Hey, everybody. It is Sunday.
Hey.
And Moondog is looking weird.
Because he's in focus.
Okay. Yeah, now he's in focus. All right, everybody. It is Sunday. We're going to be talking all things Bad Blood 2022. So if you're joining us, that's what we're here to talk about. I'm Joker of Players Wanted. With me is Moondog from Moondog Industries.
How's it going, everybody?
We got Ian on the other side. We got Buck. We got Carbon, and then Nick is not in front of his screen, so we're keeping him hidden right now.
He'll be joining us soon.
So, with that being said, Moondog, take it away, sir. This is your show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joker. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us in for this new live stream Q&A. Where we'll be going over rules and news about Bad Blood, which is coming up really soon. It's amazing that it's come up. So we got less than 3 weeks out, and we've got some big news here. Over 2/3 of the tickets have been sold out, and so as you know, Green's Army has already been sold out for a few weeks now. Black Shirts sold out I think 2 weeks ago now, and there are very few Deus Ex tickets left. Last count, this was about May 31st, so this was Memorial Day weekend. Just coming out of that, there were only 28 tickets left of Deus Ex and 60 remaining of Marxist. So when I made the announcement, I just based on the sort of purchase curve, I'm assuming there's less than 50 Marxists left by now. So get on those tickets. Got to tell you that for those of you who don't know, and it still amazes me that people who do know, once they're sold out, they're sold out. That's it. We don't release any more tickets. The only tickets that ever get released by Evic are sometimes they'll re-release some tickets that were returned, because you can contact them before the game. And if you can't go and get a refund, and just like any of their products, you can get a refund on that. But aside from that, once they're sold out, they're sold out. There's no additional tickets that you can have. So if you find out you can't go and work happens, so totally understandable. The best thing you can do is, like I said, you could either contact Evic. Best to get them by phone and just get a refund, just return that, or sell it to another player, especially if you're already on the Facebook or Discord or whatever channel that your particular faction happens to be on in terms of communicating with each other. Just sell a ticket to another player, because there's a lot of players who are looking to get onto this game now. So, and again, caveat emptor, when you're dealing with anybody online, it's just make sure that you have a way to verify that they're paying you properly, and or the other way around. So, any other suggestions from folks out there from you guys?
I can tell you right now, like I've seen it. A couple people are selling their tickets back and forth, and I have a feeling like week before the event happens, there's going to be a lot of changing ticket hands.
Yeah.
People that
My only argument is, please don't try and sell ticket above face value.
Oh yeah. If you see somebody trying to sell tickets above face value, that's a suspicious ring right there. So, or for really, really low. Either way.
Either end of the spectrum is a concern.
Yeah, it's. I have a feeling that it's going to sell out. There's a lot of people talking. Oh, I get my ticket next week. Okay.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
This sounds weird, but COVID's looking good. The weather's looking great. Yeah.
Shut up! Why are you talking? You know what?
Against the weather, Ian, don't you do it.
Bye, Ian.
I think it's going to be perfect for everything, and we're going to sell out. If we don't sell it by the end of the week, I'll be surprised.
So that's good to hear.
Now, all right. Now, if anything goes wrong, everybody can just go, "Thanks, Ian."
I'm used to it.
Now, I don't want to preempt Ian here. As we're talking about tickets selling out and stuff, we talked a little bit offline about a special offer for people who do hold tickets. I don't know when you want to make that announcement, Ian.
We can talk about it a little bit, but I'll probably make the formal event and everything tomorrow or Tuesday. But a company I work with, Atlas Airsoft down in South Jersey, we're going to be offering all of the COs and embeds who can make the trip out, and anyone who wants to come and meet with their embeds and their COs and get $5 off the game with your proof of your Bad Blood ticket. We're looking at doing it let me look at the calendar, the 18th of June. So it'll be the Saturday before Bad Blood. So everyone's welcome to come out for a walk-on Milsim day and $5 off with your Bad Blood confirmation code. And,
Yeah, where is
I'll
that
be
in
putting
Jersey?
more-
Let the folks know.
It's actually on Fort Dix. We run a field called Range 14 on Fort Dix on the civilian
right.
side, and it's a great heavily wooded field. We're doing a lot of construction. It's got some speedball areas. It's got lots of jungly type nonsense, and yeah, it's a fun day out. And it's gonna end up costing you I would say $20 with free air fills with your Bad Blood proof. So, and I'll be posting more information on the NYC Airsoft Facebook group tomorrow and Tuesday, and we should be good.
Great.
Hey, Moondog, turn your mic sensitivity down just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Is this any better? I'm moving the. I don't know how I can adjust that actually.
Check the settings. I would say check the settings on Restream.
It's not giving me a volume control on Restream, on audio.
All right. While we figure that out.
You know what? If you turn off either your auto gain control, maybe.
Okay. I turned off the auto gain. Let me just check those settings again for the audio. See if it gives me any.
Feral, that is a very accurate thing to say to them, because watching this happen in the past with this event selling out and people getting upset that that they don't get their tickets or whatever, now's the time to definitely make sure you get your tickets. So, it looks like Nick is like trying to weld two things together there.
No, I'm lighting a cigar.
Nick's
Okay,
a big
I'm gonna
fan
switch
of those cigars.
over.
Oh, so much better.
Is that better? Okay.
Oh yeah, there was.
All right. So at least I know I have control over the volume on this mic rather than using my lavalier. So sorry, folks, for the technical issues.
There was just a steady hum, and I think it was overriding when Ian started talking and everything else. Oh, gotta love technique. Look, it's not a stream unless there's at least 3 technical problems throughout the stream. So
it sounded moderately like just a small bird every time you moved the mic. It's fluttering.
You know, it actually could be a bird. I've got this like, I guess, a little baby robin or a juvenile robin that keeps on pecking at the window next to my office because it sees its reflection in the window. It starts, for defending its territory. So it's constantly, so if you hear like scratching or banging, it's probably that.
Got it.
Yeah. Anyway, so while I digress, we were talking about tickets and the promo that Ian is organizing on the 18th, which is great because it's an opportunity for everybody to meet other players, especially on your faction, get to know other players before the game, and test out your equipment, make sure it's all working properly. So that's a good shakeout event to go out. So if you're out on the in the near Jersey Shore, anywhere around there, it's not too far. It's right off the 95. That's right. I forget which exit, but anyway.
It's not super hard to get to. Sat nav is really going to be, your best friend because, like I said, we are kind of deep into the base, and there's a lot of training sites around there. So it's a little more remote, but
folks need to bring in good ID to get into?
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's right off civilian roadways. It's
Oh,
like I
okay.
said, it's part of the civilian base. It is still controlled by the military, and there's an active gun range across the street. So there's constant background noise of
Oh yeah, that's
gunfire, and
great. Yeah, I forgot.
like
Yeah.
like today there was a practice for a big skeet tournament they're going to be doing. So it was just nothing but the blasts and the weird echo effect of 12 gauges all day long.
So
Can somebody bring their drone?
not to. Okay. You can't use a drone during the actual game.
I think he's talking about to.
Oh,
That's the question, I guess.
if he's talking about range 14, 100% no, restricted airspace. It is still a military base.
But if you're talking about Bad Blood, what was the answer to that, Moondog?
Not during no flights during the game. But if we clear it with the field, you can get footage. Before the game, during the raffle, those times are okay for running a drone. But just get a hold of me prior if you do or if it's for Bad Blood.
All right. So another question came in. Is there a link to that event? I don't think.
Not
No,
yet.
not yet.
Soon.
The link will be on NYC Airsoft and all the other New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Connecticut Facebook groups tomorrow.
There you go, TJ.
Awesome. I was considering concerning the appropriate. I was mentioning the appropriate times to use a drone. For the end, for those of you who didn't tune into the last episode, or maybe the last two episodes, for the end of the regular game for Bad Blood, we won't be having a big castle battle like before. We're just going to continue playing the game, but there will be a special mission that we'll be announcing on the radio during the game. So just stay tuned for that. We'll get more details, but it is a secret mission, so we're not giving out full details right now. But we'll be contacting the COs about that. So just something to be aware of.
Just be aware you're gonna have a blast.
There will be a special mission that.
Yeah, and you're gonna get blasted too. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me get to some of the questions that we didn't get to last, or that were brought up in the last episode, our last live stream, but I wasn't able to answer. So one of the questions was boundary lines. I spoke with Tim over at EMR, and he will be pulling down all of their caution tape before the game and putting up new yellow rope or caution tape to mark the game boundary line. So that should be pretty clear. And if you do come up with just random bits of tape that they failed to take down, that and it'll be kind of obvious because in the middle of the field or in the middle of the woods there'll be a section of of tape that might be up for whatever reason. That's just take that down. But if it's a continuous line that's near the map edge, that's the actual boundary line. Don't take that down. You know what? Don't take anything down. Just call me or one of the embeds on the radio, and we'll take it down. How's that?
yeah, that rope, running into that rope full speed. Nope, that's not a boundary. That's the boundary.
So just be mindful of that. And speaking of contacting embeds, let me ask you: do you want to go over just some of the things that you thought players should be mindful of in terms of chain of command?
Yeah, really. How do I put this without sounding like a controlling jerk?
Oh no, we sound like controlling jerks.
Yeah. Obviously, this is a fun game. It's not to be taken ungodly seriously, right?
It's
But
intro
there is still a chain of command that needs to be followed because we've put people in positions of authority, not for nepotism reasons or anything like that. It's because we know that they can guide you and control the action in a way that it's going to be beneficial for everybody on the field.
That's key.
So it's in everybody's best interest to actually listen to the orders that are coming down from your COs, and if they've decided to put some kind of command element below them, lieutenants, whatever you want to call it, if they've got like a little command net around them, assume that the order came down from your CO, right? And it's not because they're trying to exert their dominance over you or show you how operator that they are. It's because we trust them to provide you with a good game. And so, but those at the same time, those COs answer to us. And so if a CO says, "Hey, we're being told we're going to move from A13," I don't even know if it's on the map. I'm making up stuff now. Yeah, if we're going to move from A13 to G6 because there's a problem, don't start arguing. It's because me or Moondog said there's a problem here. You need to move. It needs to be dealt with. Don't argue. Just assume that some kind of command like that is for your benefit again. So it's not like me or Moondog are trying to exert our dominance over the COs. They work for us to provide you with a great experience. So it's nobody trying to be a jerk. It's nobody trying to be all bossy. They're there to make sure that you're getting your money's worth, which is a great deal, which we talk about every week. It's a great deal. But at the same, it's going to keep you safe. It's going to keep you involved in the gameplay, and you're going to enjoy it. That's the whole point. It's so you can sling plastic at 800 other people.
It keeps you locked in.
We want you to do that. So listen to what you're being told to do. And if it sounds like a stupid idea, hey, we're gonna, there's no water or anything, but like we're gonna ford this river so we can get the drop on these guys. No, you're not. That's a bad idea. Somebody's gonna drown. So ignore that order. But if you need to, we call it red ragging. Like you guys are completely pinned. You can't get out of there. It's just never gonna happen. So we say, okay, everybody put in your red rags and just march to this new spot that we've given you. Just do it. It's because we want to keep you involved in the game. And your COs we're trusting are going to lead you appropriately, and you're gonna do what they say because they're gonna do what we say, and we're gonna do what they think is best as well, and everybody's on the same page.
So this one came in. This question is the entry to the site different than it was for Downfall? I'm looking at the map on Evike. It says you turn left and around going through the gate past the castle.
Yes. For this game, because there's so many more players, and there's and a good majority of them are actually staying at the site. You can't go straight and directly to the office. They have you turn before you get where you usually go straight, to go through the bunkhouse area to the parking lot, and very often they won't even let you go to drive down to the office unless there's a good reason to the parking lot down there. There'll be a secondary parking lot further up. Let's see, if you're looking at that map, it would be let me see here.
Right. The secondary parking lot's right down at the bottom of this map, right?
Yeah. Bunkhouse parking. And there's overflow parking actually where you would do the turn anyway, where I drew that turn over there.
And there will be people there like guiding you for parking too, so.
Yeah. And it's one of the largest games that they have at EMR, so don't be surprised if this sort of standard operating procedure at EMR, even for a large airsoft or paintball game, is different for this one. It's just because it's one of their it might be their largest. They used to have larger paintball games, but this may actually be one of the largest game they have every year.
I'm not sure who posted this. I'll just put their thing up there because we only get Facebook user here. Is there anything coming out about faction unit breakdowns? contact your faction leads inside
Yeah.
your Facebook groups. I mean, it's we say it almost every single time. 4 different factions, or 5 different factions, 5 different groups. So, I mean, contact. If you're not on there, ask how you could be a part of that particular group.
We don't, despite Ian and I try to keep a tight ship in terms of rules and how the game flows, but we don't micromanage everybody. We like to give each of the COs freedom to how they want to organize their particular their particular faction. So everyone has their own methodology for breaking up folks into different squads, different platoons, what have you. Perhaps Carvin, you want to speak to that?
Yeah. Without disclosing too much confidential information,
Of course.
I have, at least in terms of how Deus Ex runs, I have a group of platoon leaders below me, which I pretty much trust, just like you guys trust us, that they're going to do their job and everything that they need to do. As long as you're in our Facebook group, you should know what's going on. We're very vocal about it. Unless you're just blatantly not reading anything we post, you know what's going on. So if this player's a Deus Ex member, then they might not know how to read, but
I would bet that.
we definitely make it very easy to know who you need to contact. So if you haven't contacted myself or the people who have been specified as in charge on the Facebook page, then you're missing.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. Deus Ex group is very blunt about how they're going to do things, and they're not afraid of the spies. I know Black Shirts runs a Discord, so if you're not on the Discord, you got to get on that. I don't know how Virtue is
He's
doing
got a Discord channel.
shirt stuff. And if you're on Marxists and you don't understand the Marxist gameplay, why are you on Marxists?
Because that's the only ticket they can buy.
The Marxist gameplay is, hey, all of you go that way, and it works. So there's your gameplay. There's your inside tip on the Marxists.
And that might be why they've won. Was it five in a row now?
5 in a row, I believe. Yeah.
5 in a row.
That's ending. That's ending this year.
Okay.
So out.
As far as I'm aware, I'm the only guy to actually capture a CO last year. Just saying.
You got that footage again?
I can always pull that footage up. I always have that nice and handy.
Of course.
Just to rub in Virtue's face.
He's got a favorite. He's got a book.
You
for that.
He gets so mad whenever I post that up.
Well, he's not here right now, right? So.
I know he's not here. I just got to pull it up on the. Just give me about 30 seconds. And
No worries. And while we're talking about that, let's Nick. I also want to point out to everybody. Somewhere I couldn't find it exactly, but somewhere maybe in the player packet, it's still saying that Freedom is the CO. But this year it's Nick again. Freedom was actually subbing for Nick for the last 2 years, or is it 3 years now? So Nick has been the CEO of the Tribals for forever. But Nick, do you want to just describe roughly how Tribals are broken down?
The tribal team, it's actually fairly free flowing. I know we have a lot of people that are in their own groups or squads that like to hang together. So basically, they're going to be out and about around the field, wherever they want. Basically, we're in the weeds. We're popping up from behind you and from a structure that you didn't even know we were there. So we're everywhere, and expect us to be everywhere. So yeah, we're very free flowing that way.
Generally, we try to keep the tribals. I mean, the tribals are somewhat function like an NPC role in some other games, or on a lot of video games. But one of the other functions is to keep an eye on your objective. The coolers that are going to be out there this year, the samples. So they're there to make sure that they stay safe and that all the teams, all the factions get access to them, because. We don't want we don't want people to get into the mindset. Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
we don't want you to get so deep into the mindset of winning that you want to try to do things to keep the other teams from getting at this. And one of those in the past have some players have tried to make off with a sample.
Or booby trapped them.
Yeah, we track those down, but that's not how this game should go, and that's the reason why we have the tribals keep an eye on them. And for those new players out there, that's not your goal here. Your goal is to get around and find all of them. It's not to prevent the other teams from getting at them. That's why we have tribals out there, because they're the ones supposed to give everybody trouble getting the stamps.
No promises that there won't be trip mines in my
yes.
No promises.
But just remember, just because you see tribals doesn't mean that there's going to be a blood sample around that location, because we are everywhere.
And we will set up random booby traps just to be a dick.
That's part of the game. That is part of the game. So let the tribals make it hard for everybody else.
And as requested.
You guys were going to walk off, and I was going to take your CO out. Fine. You guys were going to walk off, and I was going to take your CO out. Fine. You did. That was good. No, I got what you meant. Thank you for not. No. I'm dead. Just go up and get him. Which one? The one with the blue green beret? Guy. Really? Don't even do it again. Really? Did I just shoot you right there?
Sneaky.
I could watch that every day.
It's virtue. Really?
You know, one thing though, in watching this footage again, there is something that shouldn't have been done.
Rooster shouldn't have talked.
Yes, exactly.
I already knew who I was going for because you saw me look at him 3 times. I was just making sure the guy's behind me, and then as soon as he said that, and I was like, it's just my instant thing to say, who? Oh, okay, I'm going for it. Because you actually heard me say it, the guy with the green beret, right? So it's like, he goes, the black guy. I was like, I'm going to go kill him. It was great. All right, let's see here. So we said players wanted on TikTok. Yes, that's me. Cartel for life.
So just as a heads up to all you new players out there, what happened there is that Joker snuck up onto the CO of Green's army. The thing is, this is the one great thing about this game is that there are no front lines. The front lines are everywhere. So you really have to keep your head on a swivel. You gotta have, you gotta keep an eye on your 6 at all times, and that goes for your entire squad and as well as yourself.
What was great was I just kept getting to shoot people. I just kept getting shoot, and nobody shot me back until I'm pretty sure the guy that shot me was already dead. He was the guy in the booty hat.
But it was so funny. The kid you healed like right at the end there. He was like, "Wait, what?"
Everybody was just like, "Really? That just happened?" Yes, that just happened. Because I just walked past. I saw them respawn. I sat down on the wall. I waited. They knifed Rooster. And then I was able to get up and walk right over and then kill everybody.
I think after last year's trade, I'd be legally obligated to give you our stamp without question.
So there a question is concerning you, Buck. I don't know if you want to actually disclose what the mines look like, but I can give you guys an idea of what mines in the past have looked like. I mean, it's been as simple as little popper that you that are tied up in strings. So if you open the case up and it pops, that is a booby trap. Or
may or may not have just bought a shit ton of Thunder Bees.
Or those
with fishing line. Not even gonna bullshit you.
What do the stamps look like? I can find that for you right now. Give me 1 second.
They are self-inking rubber stamps, and the only people who really need to be aware now, for the average player, You don't really need to know that. What you need to do, and if Ian, if you wouldn't mind holding that up again, the cooler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for the average player, all you're looking for is these coolers on the field. There's 4 of them, and inside are the stamps. Now you shouldn't open them. You should go into them. Just think of them as, they are biohazards. If you go into them and you're not protected, you're infected with Ebola. You're dead. So you don't want to be going into there anyway. What you have is each of the factions has 10 specialists in the in-game logic. They would be guys who would be kitted up with biohazard suits, or at least with rubber gloves and biohazard respirators to go into those and pull out the blood samples, which are rubber stamps, and they're going to put it onto their sample cards. So let them handle that. But what the average player is looking for, don't worry about looking for little rubber stamps. Look for those red coolers and radio it in to your team leadership or your embed, but really it's your whoever is your squad leader, team leader, or whatever.
I have a little red cooler. I might just bring my lunch in that too, just to have some fun.
Yes. So
what the hell is this? This looks
I'm
delicious.
stealing your lunch.
Don't assume
Well,
that
I might get my lunch stolen.
and don't assume that every red cooler out there is necessarily a blood sample. So that's just the way it is.
Fuck! Grenade!
Going in the middle of the street.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick Headkill. If we've even had like claymores as well as those old school. We tried a couple of times as those old school airsoft plate mines, but they never quite worked as well as advertised.
They also
we had popper ones before too. I remember stringing up some booby traps in fake sample boxes, because it used to be, it was just like a cardboard box, and we strung some poppers in there. As soon as it opened, it popped, and bang, they're dead. I know I remember I have some video that I don't know where that is right now. It's many years ago. This is like one of the original Bad Bloods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you guys have actually, like, Rooster kept yelling at me because I kept going up and ripping the tops open. I was like, whatever. 5 minutes, I respawn.
So,
because
There was one question I liked. Someone before it scrolls off the screen. Are there a limit to amount of weapons classes allowed?
Yeah.
And on the field, no. There are no limits on what you can bring. There are no limits on what kind of mags or how many mags you bring. The only restrictions are no miniguns. We established that. And
no homebrew stuff.
Yeah, we don't nothing homemade, and we don't recognize the AEG HPA DMR class. It does not exist in our world. That's it. Everything else is
there are
game.
rate of fire limits and
Next
FPS
year I'm
limits,
just
of
gonna
course.
bring a potato can.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, types of replicas you can bring.
Yeah.
So there will be a minimum of 4 coolers. There may be more.
We cannot disclose that at this time.
Yeah.
Including my lunch.
May or may not have had Kill's lunch.
Nick, what are you bringing for lunch?
That's a good question. I'm not sure yet.
I'll eat it no matter what it is.
We'll save some room for Joker's brisket, though.
Definitely.
I was about to say, if it's not...
my brisket will be there. But I'm not bringing in the red cooler. Screw that.
No.
I'm not giving you guys nothing. I'm not having the brisket till Saturday night.
Oh, so was that question about mags or LMGs? Sorry, I missed.
Yeah, no, it wasn't about mags specifically, but that is a question I have been seeing on the groups often. Is do I need all mid caps? Can I only bring so many? No, bring what you want, as much as you want.
Bring them all.
Box mags.
You want to carry it? You can carry it.
It's not a line clause where you can only have a designated machine gun or whatever. Yeah, have fun.
Oh man, was last weekend interesting too?
How
was
it?
I see the fire?
Let's not let's not go
That's
there.
another
Let's just
topic.
say we did and pretend. But yeah, just for reference, my group, we actually have a designated bag for just a shit ton of old 6mm Pro Shop M4 mags, the shitter box. And we just have it filled to the brim. We've loaded them all up, and everybody just goes in when they run out of M4 mags and just fucking dumps them. If you run out of ammo, that is your saving grace at the end of the day. We make sure that we're out there for the long haul.
Now, one of the things we've excluded from the games is alliances between the factions, but we have allowed for some creativity, some leeway to bribe tribals to get locations of where.
Bring me grenades.
Yes,
You can see,
So-
I like cigars, just saying.
so you can bribe the locals to get some clues as to where to find your sample boxes. How you bribe them is kind of up to you.
I assume they always lie anyway.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean they have to tell you the truth either. Exactly what Ian said.
Well, it was really funny because last year some Deus Ex members got really pissed off at me for
Why?
shooting him because we respawned and they were right there, and I was like, I come walking up, I stop, I look, I was like, that's not my team. Pop, 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 and they're like, you said you guys were moving. I was like, you're my enemy. There is no non-aggression pact going on right now. I'm
So
shooting
Joker,
you.
that's funny. That was actually a few of my own boys, and they asked you several times if you guys were in.
They didn't ask me shit because I would have said.
They asked somebody several
Oh,
times if
okay.
you were in. Because
Well, you
everybody
know,
was
they all look
standing around.
alike.
And then yeah, they like walked by you guys because nobody said anything, and you guys shot them.
Well, the horn sounded.
So I told them, I'm like, you're shooting and asking questions later, and you can come talk to me if there's an issue. So
That instance was so funny because we were all dead, and typically the answer.
to my
is usually
understanding,
dead
no
man
one
don't
had
talk.
the red rag on though, which
I did.
might have been an issue.
Oh yeah, that should always. I know that it's always a pain in the ass to have to go back. But I mean, the way that the field is located, the main office and the vendors are all centrally located in this sort of L pattern. So it's going to be in the center. Just at some point, if you lose something vital like a red rag, just go to a vendor in the center of the field where the back of the office was, where we had the morning briefing, and get another red rag. But better yet, bring 4 or 5, just stuff them into a mag pouch or something, because it's very likely you're gonna, you'll lose one. Just assume that you're gonna lose one and bring extras.
This year more than ever, Deus Ex has been instructed shoot unless you see a red rag. So
the Elite Force ones are a real saving grace because you can't lose them if they're attached to you.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love the Velcro ones. I have Velcro
And-
on my helmet. I stick it to. You don't even got to hold it.
And also on with the required, you got to have it on you kind of thing. You have to have a barrel blocker at all times when not in the staging area, and no, a glove is not a barrel blocker.
Yeah, no.
Your shoe is not a barrel blocker.
Or literally a sock. It's
Yeah,
not-
there are vendors on site. Go get one, or just
They're like
get one on
$5,
Amazon for
guys.
what, 33 cents or whatever right now, and just make sure you have it. You know what? Buy 2, because if you lose one, but if you come off that field and your mag isn't out and your barrel blocker isn't automatically on, you're gonna get yelled at and you're gonna get made to look like a fool. Just follow the rules, and I don't want to hear my hose is disconnected. I don't care. I don't
We've
care.
got a good relationship
Put-
with EMR.
Put the
Let's
barrel
keep it.
blocker on.
yeah,
I don't
and
care
Tim,
if you can't actually fire.
Tim's always he's going to be running around the office area and on the field. If he sees somebody in the parking lot or in the vendor area, what was that? What did I miss something?
No, I'm laughing because I decided to pull up the video of
Okay.
what happened to that Deus Ex team.
So I was just say if Tim sees you, he's going to yell at you, and if you don't listen, he's going to kick you off the field. I mean, it's his field, so
He has every right to do so.
yeah.
No refunds.
But yeah, any of you guys who run hoses, just disconnecting and saying, "Well, I'm not connected." It doesn't matter. Tim doesn't know, doesn't care.
You can't tell if it's an AEG or with the
right,
hose,
exactly. At that point, you
yeah.
can't tell if it's an AEG or not. So just
Yep.
mag out, barrel blocker on, and go about your business.
Answer the question, yes, only sport smoke for sure. But did you guys want to answer this question? Do you need me to put it back up again?
No, I see. I'm
What
looking
kill
at it.
grenades are allowed to use? I'm looking to know.
Well,
Only
Thunder
sports
Bees,
ones.
and
All commercial pyro grenades, if you can get them, are allowed.
if you can get them.
Yeah. Oh, you can get the EG-67s still. The popular tag-ins, no, not yet.
If
But
you're
you can still
looking
get
for good thunder,
EG-67s, Thunder Bees,
APS Thunder
company
Devils
who
are
shall not be
$39.90
named. If you have some of their stuff, it's usable. But yeah,
Are we
anything
allowing
commercial,
the
nothing homemade, nothing like that, And yeah,
we're
sports
allowing the
smoke
shower
only.
grenades or whatever, the like the tornado ones or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
The little
Yeah.
plastic ones, little
Yeah.
springer ones.
Oh yeah, tornadoes are fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then again, if you're using them, just call out because depending, if it's you just don't want the people you're throwing at not looking and getting hit bonked in the head with them or in the face.
Yeah.
So
And no Thunder Bees into structures, please. It could cause hearing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I mean, this is as much a game of common sense as anything else. So yeah, exactly. If fine, you wanna breach the castle because I haven't kicked you out this time. Okay, fine. But yeah, like Headkill said, don't start throwing stuff. To absolutely no smoke in a structure. That's a given. You're going to be escorted off the field in handcuffs if you do that. But yeah, don't start throwing
Especially
grenades
on
in
court.
windows. You're going to really hurt somebody, and that's not what this is about. It's clearly just don't do anything like that. Don't be that guy because we don't want to be that guy of kicking you off the field and possibly calling the cops because you blinded somebody or you deafened somebody because you were just a jerk.
yeah, we don't want to take you off the field anyway. Especially
Please refer to page 3. Key things to remember: don't act like a douchebag.
Yeah. And I'll say that again.
One of my
I'll say
favorite
that
rules.
again for sure. One of the things I want to bring up for this year, and actually for next year, is that we are always looking for some good folks to join, our volunteers, and also our staff. So for those of you who, I think there was a question before, I don't know if it was necessarily for embeds or for staff, but maybe it was for leadership. But we're also always, I'm always looking for responsible players or older players like me who don't necessarily need to run around everywhere all the time, but just want to make sure that all the other players are enjoying themselves. We're always looking for folks who want to become embeds. Just contact your CO, get to know them, and we'll vet you. But also important recruitment here is we're still looking for some help with the sign-in and also with the chrono. We usually have a good group, but we're always looking for more folks to help out. It gets the line through faster for chrono on Friday as well as Saturday, and for sign-in, especially if you're a younger player, if you're watching this and you know that your parents are going to be on site anyway. Have them join the sign-in staff and get everybody through the lines faster. Because my wife, Vendetta is her call sign. She runs the sign-in crew with a bunch of other wives, girlfriends, and I'm trying not to sound sexist here, but it just ends up being that way. That it ends up being mostly girlfriends and wives. But we're fine with guys back there too. So, and anyway. I don't know why it ends up that way, but it does. So that would be great.
I know I'm on Chrono with Tinker and all that, but I'll see if there's any other people that are coming up with me that can volunteer to help with registration.
And we always want to have some guy or some gal who knows airsoft gear, because we also have an inspector, a line inspector, before they go up to sign in, just to make sure everybody's got the correct kit. because we want to make sure everybody's got all their gear and everything's squared away properly, because we don't want, it'll just save time from folks coming up to the front, and they can't show that they have eye protection or whatever. They're wearing shooting goggle or glasses instead of goggles, that sort of thing. That's why we usually like to have somebody who's a little more experienced with the airsoft gear in the line before you get up to the sign in. So let's see what else we got on here.
Back to Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember that bring everything you plan to use in Chrono and your eye/face protection.
Yeah.
There's live rounds being shot, and don't I left it in the car, I'll go get it. No, go get it now. We'll wait. You can get back in line. I'll hold your spot. Just go get it. But come to Chrono expecting to then walk out on the field. That's the easiest way I put it. I don't care if you're there Friday night early, or if you're first one in line Saturday morning.
You need eyewear.
Act like you're ready to go the minute you get cleared.
And let's be honest, if you're going even on Friday night, you're going to be going and ready to go. If you're doing night games, you need to be ready in the first place.
Oh, absolutely.
True.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So remember that.
Don't forget, there's a night game on Friday. So for those of you who are just tuning in or haven't been watching the previous live streams, there will be a night game on Friday. So as bonus.
If you have questions, feel free to DM me on Facebook or Facebook.
Or Facebook.
I forgot I wasn't connected to anything else, and I was like, shit, I can't recommend anything else.
Yeah, well, yeah. What can you recommend nowadays?
I mean, I've got Discord.
Throw
and
the
whole
digits
nine.
up there.
Here's my phone number. Just dox it to 800 people.
Okay,
That's fun. I have fun when people call me all night long.
Error.
We're calling about your car's extended warranty.
You know what you do is you really make them think that they're going to get something. You keep them on the phone for 30 minutes, and then you just make it sound like that you have an old ass car like a Model T, and they get so mad and they start cursing and they can switch between English and Venti. It's freaking great.
Oh, I had somebody the other day who called, and I told him I had a 1984 Toyota shitbox, and they actually tried to look up a VIN number.
I give them something. I give them something new, like within the last, 2015, 2016, because they're really vested at that point in time, right? They're like, "Oh, I got a fresh fish on. I'm going to sink him in there," and then I make it a long thing of how to read out the VIN number and keep screwing up digits and everything else. It's so awesome because when they lose it, it's like you can almost hear stuff being thrown across the room.
There was a guy that hacked into one of those call centers.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Found the guys that called him. He was like finding this guy's entire information. Gave him the VIN number of his own fucking car. And the guy was like, "How did you do this? How did you do this?" I was like, "Whoa."
I'm about to take over your screen. You ready? You ready? Click. What the shit?
Yeah, those are the best.
So one of the questions you had for me, what happened? Why did the last live stream get demonetized?
We were talking about guns.
Yes.
Talking about guns.
And demonetized.
What's amazing, it must be picking up from the audio and just listening for some keywords, or
yeah,
that's
look over his shoulder.
Well,
I'm not
actually
either.
The funny thing is this is like a warning for anybody that's going to be talking about. This is, I guess, something that we should say for the people that are joining the groups and everything else. Be careful. Don't say that you're going to go oot somebody. Say pew pew instead. The reason being is that the groups especially there it goes. The demonetization went in the last 30 seconds. That's awesome.
Wait, just now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been watching it. It's great. So it was good up
we
until.
We didn't even say anything.
That's because we said guns.
Oh my gosh!
But if you say shoot on Facebook, if you type out shoot on Facebook groups and all that, or I'm going to shoot somebody, or I look forward to shooting you, get ready for a 5-day ban. If you already had a 5-day ban, a 30-day ban. So just don't say shoot. Use pew pew instead.
I actually got a notice just today when I was out adminning a game that some comments on the Marxist group got removed. Mm-hmm. Couldn't figure out what they were, but
They
Yeah.
don't tell you.
Those people can file an appeal, and then they can send it over, and then you can disagree with it being removed as well. I was able to get out of a 60-day ban from groups because of that very same thing. I was talking on another
Wait, is
stream.
that why you made a second Facebook?
Yes.
Got it.
I'm not so worried about a specific comment being removed. I'm more worried that the group is going to be removed.
They don't touch
Yeah.
the groups. That's the thing. If the
Oh, they
groups have a
don't?
bunch of no, unless the group actually is promoting, if the admins are putting a bunch of hate speech and stuff like that out or antagonizing stuff, then the group might be there might be eyes on the group. But Facebook really is targeting individuals, and right now, it is a hypersensitive situation.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
When I got my first ban, a couple weeks ago, I happened to post a video of me in a helicopter, and I said, somebody says, you actually can use helicopters in airsoft. I said, yes, it's very fun to ride in one and shoot a bunch of people. 1 hour after the Texas shooting was released on the news. So at that particular point, boom, I got hit. And I was like, all right, fine, I could take that. And then, of course, everything else has happened after that. Yeah.
Yeah, all the copycats are coming out.
Just be careful with how you word stuff on the groups, guys, and then you should be fine.
Yeah, please do. That is good advice to everybody
There's
watching.
nothing wrong with typing the word replica instead, or AEG instead of the G word.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Or pew pew machine.
Or yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Treat it like you're a Marine.
Not enough crayons for that. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say crayons come in.
Okay. Before we're getting close to our hour mark, but I wanted to get back for all those of you who tuned in specifically to win something from our last episode. I was giving away an OLight Boulder Pro R.
Can I stop you real fast there?
Oh yeah.
I feel there's a question that just came through that we probably should answer. The one from Farrell there. Is there a quantity limitation? Yeah, there you go. Magazines for Dead Blood on Sunday.
No. Wait. Sorry. Quantity or the amount?
I think how many can we carry? A hyperextended mag. So basically, can they bring high caps and stuff to Dead Blood?
Well, you're not going to be running an AEG, so
true.
Yeah. So it really isn't. I mean, you can bring as many magazines as you want.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, just remember that you're going to have people just straight up fucking running at you, and you've got pistols, shotguns, or grenade launchers, so take it as you will.
Yeah, I need to buy a new pistol now. All my pistols got stolen.
Oh, get a shotgun. Get a pump.
Right, yeah.
That's so much better.
What do you think is that? That is right up there.
So bring your palm.
I just got a new toy.
Heavy.
So while Tom's doing
Well,
the
get a
OLight thing, I'll
plastic
show you
one.
my new toy.
I mean, God knows, do we have Valken vending this year?
Oh, nice.
Demonetized.
I love it. That's awesome.
Welcome to
Oh man,
Vietnam
I might have to
Airsoft,
bring
my
my.
friend.
Oh, of course. That's why.
I'm gonna have to bring my revolver launcher then.
Starts playing.
That's one thing I could do. I still have my haters, so I can run a bunch of haters. I have 3 haters.
If you look for them in like a whole bunch of 3D modeling communities, they actually started making mods to make them look like guns from like fucking Overwatch, the Wingman from Apex, like a whole bunch of guns. There's a couple from Destiny if you're a Destiny nerd like I am.
Oh, Vismod kits have been out
They're
forever.
really
I mean,
cool.
everybody remembers the Vismod kit for the alien gun out of the Thompson.
It's great.
All right. So yeah, we're wrapping up. You want to do your OLight?
Oh, yes. So the
Who
OLight
is this?
giveaway.
If you were at the last game, I had it with me. So I don't know who that Facebook user is and which page it was on. So
Unless you're on YouTube or something else, it just says Facebook.
So what happened is Facebook, again, it's gotta love the Zuck. They stopped when you're live streaming to groups for them to be able to have their name. Oh, Jay, I had your shotgun, man. I was waiting for you at the event. So yeah, that the Facebook user thing comes up all the time. It's kind of silly. But all right, I have the video queued up when you're ready, sir. So
Okay. So we've got our OLight giveaway. We're giving away a Boulder R Pro, and then actually OLight is giving it away. We got everybody to put in entries. The deadline was May 31st, and you just had to subscribe to Players Wanted or to Moondog R&D or a bunch of other things. There's the link at the bottom of the screen right now. It's a moondogindustries.com/OPPBB22 OLight giveaway. There is a new contest that I'm going to be offering, but what I want to do right now is we're gonna pick the winner for last week's contest, and so
do you want me to do the light video first, then that?
He's got a video for the actual unit.
Light.
Oh yes. Oh, go ahead. So this is this
would put a Balder Mini on.
Quickly show you how this actually goes onto the firearm. Now I do actually have it on there already, but I'll go ahead and take it off. So all you want to do is just undo that little swing arm there. You can slide it forward to create some clearance, and then you can simply push in and it comes off just like that. Now you can see here I'm pushing in to make the rail portion larger so that I can easily fit it up.
So that is the OLight Boulder Mini that we'll be giving away in our next broadcast. So the contest, for if you weren't able to make the deadline for the contest last week, the contest is still on, is back on again for this. It looks like this. This is actually the Valkyrie Mini. The Boulder Mini has an integrated laser in this tiny little profile of a light, but it's a dang bright light. So it's surprisingly powerful for a very small light, and if you have a subcompact pistol, gas blowback, or reel, this fits quite nicely on it and doesn't extend past your muzzle. So great for CQB or home defense. And like I said, the Boulder Mini has an integrated laser. This one is just the Valkyrie. We'll go to moondogindustries.com, OPB giveaway, 22 OLight giveaway, and you can enter for this next contest. But I also wanted to show we're going to pick the winner for the Boulder R Pro, and here we go.
Hey, hold on. And just so we're clear, if we weren't demonetized before, we are now.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, good. I couldn't read it before, but good. So Charlie Lemensky, we're going to be contacting you to make sure that you're legit, and but you are the winner.
Smurf, you are so close, so close.
I'm pretty sure he was actually posting questions in the chat.
Charlie, are you there on the chat?
Yeah, there he is.
Okay. Yay! So I for those of you who noticed on that wheel, there were multiple names of the same person. Some of the folks didn't quite get it. That there's multiple ways that you can enter in terms of being valid. Like if you sent in a screenshot of Players Wanted and a screenshot of Moondog R&D, that counts as 2 entries. So it's an entry for every one of those social media channels. That if you send it in to me, you'll get an entry for each of those, and you can send multiple ones in one email. So just read that. Just read the description. If you have any other questions about that, just reach out.
Game the system, guys. Congrats, sir.
Congrats, Charlie.
Also, we have an announcement. We finally hit 20,000 subs on the YouTube channel for Players.
Yay!
Nice.
So we broke 20K last week, and then we're at 623,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow,
Awesome.
that's crazy. And TikTok.
Congratulations.
Well, and here's the messed up thing, right? When you're a content creator and you get knocked down by, 624,000. I had to boost up this today. It kind of sucks when you post a video and all of a sudden your accounts get knocked down for a little while. So that's what it's. It's all the stuff's really cool, but there was one thing I meant to say, and it was not supposed to be like bragging about the numbers and all that. It was about my son Damien with his Make-A-Wish. So you guys heard me say it was supposed to be this weekend. It got pushed back to next weekend. So hopefully we'll be able to actually get him his action track chair next weekend as long as the weather holds out. It should be a really awesome event. So for 2023, he's coming.
Awesome.
We're bringing him up.
That's what I was hoping for. Awesome.
Yeah, well, we have to make sure that the track, like a way for him to shoot accurately, because he actually did have a chance to play airsoft for the first time last Sunday. And he enjoyed himself to a point. There was a team that decided to go hard, and they would double tap me, then double tap him, because I'm the one running around pushing him. It's like, dude, just shoot me. So he will. So 2023, we're making it to where he can come out to the event. So he's getting by hell or high water. We're going to get the action track here next week. Damn it.
Well, in Florida, you get both.
Yeah.
Hell and high water.
There was we had the tropical storm come through, and we literally had a news article I saw scrolling while we're up here. Cars driving through Miami causing massive wave pools.
That action track.
Now, I've never been, and correct me if I'm wrong. Miami's already just a bunch of islands, right?
No.
I thought it was like made up of
That's
like
the Keys.
Oh, well,
no, I know that, but I thought Miami itself was like 7 big islands all connected. No,
you're thinking of probably South. You're probably thinking about South Beach, and there is an extension of islands that go.
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. And there's bridges that can. Yeah, but
the main part of Miami has been notorious for especially the last decade, getting a lot of flooding and all that. And this storm dropped a lot of water. I have 12 inches of standing water outside. The dogs love it. My ducks love it, but everybody else doesn't. But yeah, it's it was an exciting day yesterday. So
I think we're wrapping up for today. We're gonna try to do this. Do you think, guys? Do you think we could do this every Sunday from now until the 18th?
Like we were saying earlier, even if we don't have an agenda, there's still good questions, and we can kind of go over questions that have come across the groups over the week that maybe didn't get answered, wasn't a sufficient answer, there was confusion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why there'd be confusion, because it's all in the player packet that you've all read.
Read your player packet.
We really shouldn't have to hold your hand, but we will. We'll lead you to the player packet so you can read it.
Just don't make me
and yeah, there you go.
I could always just show the video of Sin getting killed, and then the Deus Ex guys getting killed. The Deus Ex one's actually kind of funny.
No, leave that one out. We don't need that one.
I think someone's salty.
Oh, they were. There was a lot of cussing going on.
You mother!
That's exactly what was said.
I know, I was there.
But we won't get demonetized for that.
Just enough of them in quick succession.
Yeah. I find it interesting that you get demonetized because we say certain things, but airsoft gameplay videos don't have a problem.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, almost every airsoft gameplay video gets demonetized, or at least goes to limited. There's very few that actually get the big X mark there. Like when I say demonetized, all the stuff that we're talking on here
is ad limited.
It's ad limited. So
which
I
is
mean, I have a couple.
practically the same because you get a tenth or less of the normal revenue you'd get.
Yeah, like when we did our Geigerland stream, that one was fine. Bad Blood, Meet the CEOs Q&A on April 10th, that one's fine. So just when I look at all the lives for like the last ever since then, it's all like limited.
I don't think you'd get super demonetized if you were to stream this on like Twitch.
Oh no,
It is being streamed on Twitch, but I don't. I mean, my people are not going to Twitch to look at Airsoft.
Yeah.
We only have, I think, one viewer on Twitch right now. Yeah, I have one viewer on Twitch.
who is that? Come on,
I have no idea. It's the one guy that watches me every single time I go live.
type in that chat. We want to know who you are.
It might honestly be the Twitch bot because I used to stream very heavily on Twitch, so
it's probably just a Twitch bot. But nobody's really looking at going on and looking at Twitch too much for Airsoft stuff.
Let's make a change this year, Airsofters. We're gonna start watching Twitch streamers for Airsoft purposes.
Let's do it.
I mean, it could work. I mean, our content would probably be cleaner than half the crap that I've seen at some of the other channels on Twitch, man. But yeah, we have 2 more weeks where we could stream, the 12th and the 19th. Those are both Sundays. And of course, if we try streaming on the 26th, that'll be me in the car driving home.
No. Well, I don't know.
You actually have looks like 5 viewers on Twitch now, 6 including myself.
Wow.
For me?
Yeah, I'm on your Twitch right now. I just followed.
Oh,
Alien Conglomeration, Asuka Mikasa, Not a Mr. Beast Contest, Shanula, and Sir Drakey are your.
Sir Drakey. I know who that is. That's my buddy Drakey down here.
Okay.
Joker, how do you feel about doing something live Friday at the field?
We can, as long as I have strong enough connection. So we could. I always go live whenever I'm out there. There's a couple of big problems that come up with it though, especially where like if I tried streaming live on TikTok. If you guys were to see my suspension warnings, I have an account warning already on TikTok.
On TikTok?
Yeah, because of all the. Oh, you guys can't see it. The violations I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And by the way, like all but 2 have been restored content, but those 2 are still under appeal. I mean, this is how stupid like.
Is this just gameplays that they were?
Yeah.
I got temp banned on TikTok for drinking water too fast because there was the one challenge they put out where it was like, see if you can down a water bottle in like 2 seconds.
And that's that's because people die from water toxicity. Yeah.
Dangerous acts. But I didn't, fall the fuck over or anything like that.
I'm just saying, if we can get a strong enough connection, maybe we could go up to the lounge area above the office. And
I get good connection up there.
20 minutes.
I got good connection there, so that's not a problem. I mean, I could always. I haven't really run the Restream Studio from my phone yet, like effective, like for long distances and all that. But doesn't Tim have like Wi-Fi up there?
He does. Yeah. I could talk to him about that.
I mean, I can always just I'll bring the laptop and I'll bring the things and all that, and we can just set up and we can do the lounge stuff. I mean, that'll be perfect. And I love making content. That's one of the things I do. It actually. Do you guys know when Evite, Matt, and all them are coming in? Is it going to be?
They usually fly in that Friday, typically. Okay. So they do.
We usually don't see them there until the next morning.
Yeah, and unfortunately they their schedules. They usually come in just before the game, and they have to leave. They fly out that Sunday, so they can't really. They're usually driving back to New York City so that they can fly out early in the next morning.
I mean, if you wanted to try, we could try to get another live stream after the event. Just talk aftermath, things for next year. If people have thoughts.
I can't stay too long because I have a 20-hour drive ahead of me.
No, I meant on Saturday night, my guy.
Oh, Saturday night, yeah, we could. Yeah. Well, we have with all the stuff going on Saturday, it's going to be kind of insane. Did they say how many Do we have a number of how many airsoft guns are coming for us for this event? The raffle off?
Oh no, I haven't heard. I haven't gotten a head count of.
Well, in respect
stuff.
to you, none.
No more breaking one. For fuck's sakes.
Look, I'm telling you right now, those things were already broken before I touched them.
No.
There's video. I went, wait, and it just kept going.
No, this year we need to have a full strip tease if you're gonna break more guns.
Do y'all shut the hell up? Hey, Jay, at least I don't blow up my own team, okay?
Thomas Mullen, if you want to fly a drone, yes, talk to Moondog prior.
Yeah, and we'll have to talk to Tim
firing
about
that thing
that.
up.
So it's really it really boils down to Tim and EMR whether or not when and where he'll allow drones.
Because I know that he also likes to run his own drone to get
Mhm.
aerial photos. So I don't think he's going to want any airspace collisions above 800, 900 players,
Yeah,
You
so
don't know
what,
what the people want, Jay. You shut the hell up. The people want it. The people
they
get
want
it.
the box, and everybody knows they want the box.
Everybody wants the box.
For the box.
It's just a yearly tradition.
okay, guys. So we wrap this up. Let me just recap. Be sure to tune in next Sunday, not 2 Sundays from now. Next Sunday for our next Q&A live stream, and be sure to enter today. Go to. Do you mind bringing that URL back up, Joker? Go to my blog moondogindustries.com, and we'll be posting up. There we go. There's the URL to the actual giveaway. There's the rules and a button to enter to email me your screenshots of. I've got a list of various social channels, including the Players Wanted YouTube page, Moondog R&D's YouTube page, and my other Twitter and TikTok, etc. To win a new OLight Boulder Mini next week. So enter to win. And any last words from anybody out there?
Kumquat.
Yeah, okay.
It's perfect timing.
All right, guys. Well,
propane on my
thanks.
stove.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to Carbon, Buck, Headkill, Ian, and Joker for especially Joker for hosting this. And I'll give one final word: read your player packet.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your hits